Greetings. I went to church today. Well, the sermon was just kind of so-so, but I helped to save the world. Yes, just a little bit. I think I may have helped to save the world. It's Sunday night. Could we talk about that? I'm Stan Husted, and this is a 5-minute Sunday night edition of The Master Entrepreneur. In my many years as a business performance coach and a broadcaster, I found out that most entrepreneurs who are really good at it are not people who are kind of measuring the metrics and managing the money. Oh, they do that, and they have to do it well. But I found out that for most part, they sometimes even believe in miracles. They are men and women of mystery. Not magic, but of mystery, and they're open to a spiritual force in the universe that just might make a difference. Are you that kind of a person? Well, here's what happened to me a number of years ago. I've always been a fan of the BBC since I was 9 years old, and first discovered shortwave radio on Grandma's Zenith long-range radio. I've listened to the BBC and learned a lot about radio from them, and some years ago I had the opportunity to actually spend 3 months in London to truly be certified as the BBC kind of broadcaster. A lot of hard work, and I learned a lot, and I think I did pretty well at it. But going through the story of the BBC, I was particularly struck by the stories of the broadcast during the Second World War, where in many parts of Europe it was literally illegal. You could be shot if you were caught with a radio listening to the BBC. And there was a great deal of powerful words of wisdom, insight, and truth that came from the BBC at that time. And I remember one particular time I read the story that there was a pastor who spoke these words. He said, "I hope you worship today, because please keep in mind it is worship that keeps the world from flying apart." It is worshipers, it is people who worship, who truly save the world. And ever since that time, I'm struck by that. So, the sermon wasn't that good. But could it be that in the prayers, in the confession of sin, the receiving of grace, the sharing of the body and blood of Jesus deep inside of us, could it truly be that when we worship, we are not just going to church or going through a religious ceremony? In the deep mystery of the universe, could it be that literally the world's in a mess? It's a terrible mess. But maybe it sticks together, stays together, and makes it through. Because throughout the world, there are men and women, and boys and girls who worship. Could it be that truly, and I believe it profoundly, that it is worship, what we are made for, and in doing so, each time we worship God in spirit and in truth and in deep humility, we are empowered. We are created to do new and great things, and perhaps we are even helping to save a part of our world, and maybe we're doing something to even save the world. Just a thought on this Sunday night. 5 minutes of some comment, perhaps a challenge. I wish you all the best as you start your Monday meeting the marketplace. I'm Stan Husted, RadioEdge77@gmail.com, RadioEdge77@gmail.com. Please join me. We're here quite often on The Master Entrepreneur.